Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. Southeast is on the radar, and very seriously too. A lot of things are happening right now, especially in Imo State. Before now, we've always known the UGMs to actually specific on the correctional centers, the police stations, and the rest. But right now, the chief security officer of the state is not out of the radar. It's actually within the radar, and the UGM have decided to focus, lock their hands on him, and of course his residents. And this is really getting very hot, and it's happening in Imo State. Don't forget that the Enugu State, the Abia State governor had actually spoke about the issue of fatwa that has been promised against them for what they've been doing and for not protecting the land. But right now, this is really getting ugly, and a lot of news have come up. An updated news on this shows that some person said about 50% are down, but that's not true. There's an update on that now. But before we go to the newspaper, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, unknown gunmen have attacked the country home of the governor of Imo State, Gov.Hope Uzodinma. Well, Sahara reporter gathers that this gunmen invaded the governor's residence in his or our mama hometown of Oru East local government area in the early hours of Saturday. There was said to have been a heavy gunfire during the saga, leading to the death of two security operatives. A source said the gunmen also burnt down some parts of the building and vehicles. Actually, the videos are viral. It's really a pathetic sight. State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emeloba, confirmed the incident. It is true, but the information is not still clear. It is not clear that several security men lost their lives. About 2 security men on duty at the governor's house were brought down. NSCDC personnel was among the security men who lost their lives during this saga, he said. The incident is coming few days after unknown gunmen attacked the police headquarters and the correctional center in Owerri, Imo State, setting 38 vehicles ablaze and freeing 1,844 inmates. Police stations have also come under attack in the region, with many officers being brought down. Southeast governors recently announced a joint security outfit codenamed Ebube Ago to battle the rising insecurity. Now, this is really very sad. If this can happen to a sitting governor, if this can happen to the chief security officer of a state, if this can happen even with the security officers in that home, the Southeast is no longer safe. UGM are becoming a signature whereby they keep going about wherever they go. They keep trails of their effect. They keep signatures of what they are known now to do. I do not know, like just some days back, the Hope Uzodinma, that's the governor of Imo State, had come down and said that the UGMs are not synonymous to ESN. The UGM are not under the control of IPOB. That the UGM are created politically motivated by his opposition or by the enemy of his governance, simply because just to make Imo State ungovernable for him. But right now, they're now they're taking bold strides and taking bold steps, to move to move down to Imo State, and not just moving down to Imo State, but to move down to the governor's house. And this is really, really sad. But after what happened also some hours ago, there was a tweet by Nnamdi Kanu which had generated so much reactions. He only gave a suggestion, and that suggestion reads, I'm going to read it very quickly for us to see. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, in one of his social media verified handle, had this to say as an advice, and Nigerians has also reacted to that advice and what he said. He said, "At Hope Uzodinma, the Sakin Fulani of Imo State just opened the floodgates of hell. My candid advice to all Southeast Fulani slaves masquerading as governors is this: please relocate to Abuja now before it's too late. This advice is free of charge." It was posted early hours of at about 11:48 a.m. as of 24th of April. That generated a lot of reactions. Honestly, people have been asking questions, and some are direct, some are not, and some are asking, then who is behind this UGM? Hope Uzodinma is saying that it's politically motivated. Other people are asking, then what is the the connection between the UGM, the politicians, and Nnamdi Kanu. This one here says we're going to see some of the reactions of which we're going to see some of the reactions of what he said that is causing a lot of reactions. This one here says Nnamdi Kanu can be seized, but the governors are too weak and lack of ideas. This one here says, oh yeah, give them ideas now, strategize for them. They're also reading your comments. This one here is saying sometimes it's best to say nothing. This man here is telling Nnamdi Kanu that sometimes it is best to say nothing. He's actually advising Nnamdi Kanu now. But this one here is saying also that all things you are doing will surely and most definitely end in hot tears. Keep encouraging bad behavior and bigotry. This one here is saying, is asking Nnamdi Kanu, are you taking responsibility for the fire? Yes or no? This one here is saying, violence is never going to be the way, bros. The ESN should prove their strength in our forest and farm lands. And you know, this is warning message or even threatening message to Gov.Hope Uzodinma poses serious security threats challenge that ought to be taken seriously. A lot of Nigerians have reacted to the tweet. You know, some hours ago, we saw the videos where the house went down, some vehicles went down, and now there's an update that 2 security personnel have also gone down. Okay, but you know, Nigerians have taken to the social media handle to explain, you know, their verdict. Some persons are saying this is internally generated. This is not from an ethnic group or an ethnic or society that is far away from Nigeria. A lot of reactions have trailed those statements, but let's look at this very critically. Right now, Southeast, Imo State in particular, is now looking like Northeast, and is getting, every day we keep hearing information about insecurity issues, and it is no longer getting funny. Now, if the chief security officer's house, who happen to be the governor of Imo State, can be raised down, and the security guys guarding them can be brought down, then nowhere is actually safe in the Southeast. Now, when they said we need to restructure, we need to do the needful, let lives in Nigeria seem not to count. Okay, but I do not know how this is going to play out. A lot of people are now beginning to say that Nnamdi Kanu, his hands could be in it. But he said that's actually just giving free of charge advice. You understand? He's just saying, look, because of the level of insecurity. Now, you now understand why there's need for people, if there needs to be regional security officers so that the people can be safe. This is unprecedented. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria, where a sitting governor's home will be raised down and security people who are manning them will be brought down. This is not good. In every true sense of the word, it is bad. Whatever needs to be done to bring sanity back to Southeast, so that we do not have another Northeast or Northeast situation, insecurity situation in the land or in the Southeastern lands. And it should be condemned. Whoever that has done this is a calculated attempt to make even right now the Southeasterners, the Igbo indigenous in Imo State are uncomfortable. They are scared. The videos that go around, you could see fear, palpable fear in the hearts of the people. Let's move to that comment section. What's your take? Fingers are being pointed, but right now I feel investigation should be made and let everyone